Gotta have that harmonica introduction. Welcome back, people, to the Dirty Pat Walsh channel with me, your host, Dirty Pat Walsh, here in the deep, dark depths of Sound Kitchen Studios, in the deep, dark depths of the meth end of town of Peterborough, Ontario, in beautiful, snowy Canada. And boy, is it snowy. So I'm going through the Canadian dip products, it seems. There's only really a few to talk about. None of them, they're all kind of redundant information because they're nothing, everybody's seen it all. We have a couple of Copenhagen and Skol Straight, a couple Copenhagen Naturals, and then the Skol Dark and the Copenhagen Southern Blend to mix it up. And then there's a couple pouches, but whatever. So we don't have much here. Like when you put it all together, it's less than 10 products in total. My math isn't very good right now. I'm just waking up. But yeah, so it's wake up time. So it's dip time. So we're gonna today, since I seem to be going through the Copenhagen series, I did Copenhagen pouches, Copenhagen Southern Blend yesterday, and I had a hankering for some Copenhagen Long Cut as well. I've been dipping a lot of Copenhagen snuff as of late, and I just kind of wanted the more easy to deal with Copenhagens for a minute. But Copenhagen stuff's my favorite. But anyhow, yeah, so this is probably, out of all the Canadian cans, this is probably my second favorite one. Oddly enough, my favorite one's the Copenhagen Pouches can. The Southern Blend's my least favorite can of Copenhagen's. The straight can looks nice, and the fucking snuff can looks good too, but nothing like the American cans, that's for sure. Has a crappy Pinkerton style plastic body, the chassis, if you will, en français, barcoding. This product is not a safe alternative to cigarettes, and that's true. A couple of these warning labels are true. Some of them aren't, but yeah, when all's said and done, this isn't health food, So there you go. I heard somebody say that. I can't remember who. The cool ass Canadian duty stickers, pretty neat. On the back, there's some sort of code, but I can't for the life of me read it. Maybe you can. I cannot read that at all. It looks like a little bit of white or yellowy kind of clouds on the back. To me, so I got eyes that are fucking... I see with a naturally distorted perception is what my optometrist told me. And I thought that was kind of cool. So on the front label, Suit and Tie Dip and Chew Guy thought it was funny that I called this the nutritional information. I also heard somebody say that once. And honestly, I don't really know how else to describe it. All the toxic shit that'll fucking make your ass fall off. That's what's in here. Now this one, the interesting thing about Canadian cans is they talk about how much nicotine is in each product. Each product. Sorry, I don't know what the fuck happened there. Like the pouches have 23.3 milligrams nicotine. Long Cut has 24.2 milligrams nicotine. Southern Blend is the kicker. It has 27.6 milligrams of nicotine. And hold on just a minute. And Copenhagen Snuff has 26.4 milligrams of nicotine. So Southern Blend wins out by quite a far margin. That's a Copenhagen Snuff can. See what I mean? Like, not much difference, you know? I mean, they're not bad looking cans, but whatever. There's just not much difference in them. But here we are, 6 minutes in. I haven't even cracked the can yet. So we will do that. And you all know what this tastes like. It's a classic natural. It's kind of like the long cut version of their snuff. I do think they taste a bit different. I think the long cut's a bit sweeter, but it's like not really that much different when all said and done. Like I said, Copenhagen's kind of a mid-cut. Like, it's not as long as Stoker's or Skoal. Stoker's by a long shot. Nothing's as long as Stoker's. But, Skoal long cut is a lot longer than Copenhagen long cut. But Copenhagen's, like I said, it's more old school. And, Copenhagen Snuff was the only game in town for quite some time with them. So when they branch into long cuts, it doesn't seem too far to reach that their cut isn't that long, if you know what I mean. I often dip snuff, so I have no problem with the cut of Copenhagen long cut at all. So, the Copenhagen long cut is absolutely delicious. It's if you're a tobacco fan, it's just a really nice, really rich tobacco taste, kind of salty. Copenhagen has this kind of trademark salt level. Like, you can always tell when something's a Copenhagen, has this particular, Copenhagen has a particular taste to it, I find, out of all the dips. Yeah, it's like a nice, Copenhagen long cut, it's kind of like, when I take a pinch of it, it makes me feel just warm inside, It's like, it's got the great taste of Copenhagen snuff that I would usually dip, but it's also got the, when I'm kind of just hanging out, and it doesn't have the hassles of what a snuff has. Like, you don't get as many floaters when I spit it out. I don't have to fucking go rinse my mouth out and brush my teeth right away. It's not all stuck in my teeth and shit like that. So, yeah, it's a top-notch dip. 10 out of 10 to Copenhagen long cut. The American can is way cooler than the Canadian can. It's a fiberboard can. Yeah, it's just a way cooler can. But the product inside is basically the same. So, but yeah, it's good. If you're a dipper and you haven't had Copenhagen long cut or Copenhagen snuff, you gotta try it. It's part of the rule of being a dipper. Oh yeah. So yeah, it's this Tuesday here in the meth end of town. Not really much to do today. It's kind of freezy, rainy outside, and I don't know. I'm as far as reviewing Canadian dip products goes, like, really all I have left to do, I've done Skoal Dark, Skoal Snus, all the Copenhagens except Copenhagen Snuff, and I probably have done that as well. somewhere. Skull Straight and Copenhagen Straight and Skull Straight pouches. That's all I have. All the ones I have left to pick up at some point are the straights, really. And I'm not so excited about that because I'm not a big. I like straight dip, but not enough to go spend $30 on a can of it, really. But we'll see. We'll see when we get there. Anyhow, I hope you're all good and well. I hope you can check out Suit and Tie Dip and Chew Guy, Real Talk Studios, Berg's Dip Reviews, Dude OK. A shout out to my dear friend Hillary Thompson. Check out Bone Daddy. Check out Winnington Outdoors, East Tennessee Dippers, Wayside Lee 83. Kawashai. I always forget to shout out Kawashai. Kawashai is one of my favorite YouTube channels. And just go there and find out why. He often comments in my videos, so he's easy to find. So Kawashai. Here's to you, buddy. Yeah. And happy birthday to my friend Scott Ruddy, if you watch this. And I guess that's about it for now. Tune to Trey. Yeah, check out Tune to Trey too. He's amazing. He's just great. Just great. All right. Be well and stay free.